Good morning, students. In today's session, we are going to see about OOPS concept. OOPS means Object Oriented Programming Concept. Basically, it has 8 types. They are class, object, encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, dynamic binding, and message passing. Let's see one by one. The first thing, introduction about OOPS. It basically uses object in programming. That is, all the program in the C++ language contain the object. Its main aim to implement the real world entities like inheritance, data hiding, polymorphism, message passing, etc. into its program. Basically, the OOPS bind the data and function together into the program and operate on that. The next is class. Class is a user-defined data type. It holds its own data member and function together. It can be accessed and used by creating an instance of that class. It will act like a blueprint of an object. An object. An object is an identifiable entity with some characteristics and behavior. It is an instance of an class. An object represents a person, a place, or other item that a program can handle. This is one of the good example which explain about the class and object together. In this diagram, we have seen the main class as a vehicle. The vehicle has 3 branches. It's called as a car, truck, motorcycle, bike, whatever may be. All these branches are called as objects. Encapsulation. Encapsulation means wrapping up of data and information into a single unit. That is, binding together the data and function and calculate on them. The encapsulation also lead to data abstraction or data hiding. That is, it can also hide some datas. This is one of the example for encapsulation. That is, a single class contain a method and variable within it. That is a single unit of program. It contain a method as well as variable within it. The next is abstraction. Abstraction means it display only the essential information and it hide the background detail. That is, it hide the background details of the program and it will display only the most important information to the user. The data abstraction provide only the necessary information about the data to the outside world. The next is polymorphism. Polymorphism means one in many form. That is, it has the ability of a message to be displayed in more than one form. That is, a person at the same time can have different characteristics. For example, a father can act as a son or a teacher or a brother, so on. The same way, a small example as given here, that is the main class is a shape and the shape can act as a in a various format like triangle, rectangle, square, circle, hexagon, polygon and so on. The next topic is inheritance. Inheritance. It is a very interesting topic. It is a process in which one object acquires all the properties and behavior of its parent object automatically. That is, the technique of deriving a new class from an old one is called as inheritance. So basically the old class is called as a base class and the new class is referred to as a derived class or subclass. A simple example is grandfather, father and son. the main class is a grandfather and the derived class is the father, and from that derived class we can derive another subclass as a son. This is also another example for inheritance. That is, the main class is animal. The animal has segregated into various types. The few types has been given here. That is dog, cat and cow. All these animals get the properties of the main class. The same way, the class vehicle has been given. The vehicle can be in various format. It may be a bus, car, truck, motorcycle, whatever may be. So all this object is going to get the properties of the main class. Message passing. Message passing, it is nothing but communication of information from sender to receiver. That is, the object communicate with one another by sending and receiving the information to each other. It is nothing but sending the receiving of information by the object, like the people exchange their information. So this picture clearly explain about the message passing. That is, the student is the object. In this diagram we have three objects: students, faculty and management. So the student is the object and faculty is the second object and management is the first object, and the management object. Okay, in this example the management is going to insist the faculty to give the good performance in the result, and the faculty is going to insist the student again. Finally the student is going to give the good result. So the message has passed between the three person, that is management to faculty and faculty to students. Finally the result has been passed to the management. So the last topic is dynamic binding. It is also called as a light binding or runtime binding. That is, the C++ provide the facility to specify that the compiler should match the function call with the correct definition at the runtime. That is, while running the program, the compiler should match the function with the correct definition which is available in the main program. This dynamic function is achieved through the virtual functions. There are two types of dynamic functions are available. Number one is early binding. Number two is late binding. So under the early binding, we can see about the function overloading, operator overloading, and so on. And under the late binding, we can able to see about the virtual function. Coming to the end of the session, we are going to see some important questions which covered under the topic. Few of the questions can be expected in 2 marks, like define class, define hiding, message passing, inheritance, encapsulation, dynamic binding, and what is data abstraction. And the most important question which is expected in 10 marks is explain the basic concept of OOPS with example. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching.